Hi, welcome to my channel, Samantha Hamilton, Psychic Medium Clairvoyant. Like and subscribe if you haven't done already on the YouTube. Reach out to me if you have any questions with what actually comes up with today. And I've got my Buddha bowl that I've had now for, oh God, about 30 years. So I'm just going to cleanse the bowl, dig in deep, and see what universal message that we've actually got today. I always look at the energy for the week, so I'm here again today doing that. Okay. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Use your dominant hand to perform an ordinary task. Everything from brushing your teeth to combing your hair to writing to eating. This mindfulness activity helps us to see life in a new and different way. This improves levels of creativity, intuition, and ability to feel. I think I'm going to try that. And you could probably try and do that for 14 days just to see how you feel and how it affects you. So there you go. Just putting it out there. So I'm a psychic medium clairvoyant, and some of you are going to say, well, what's the difference? Well, being a psychic is able to predict and see the future, and I've been doing that now for nearly 39 years, coming on to 40 years really. I'm a medium, so I connect to the afterlife. If you were going to have a reading with me, I'd be looking at your past, your present, your future, but I'd also be tuning in with your aura to see what your aura energy is, because your aura tells me where you're at, but it also tells me what is actually going to happen in your future. Sometimes I may make some really strong predictions and you're thinking, nah, that just doesn't connect to me. Well, if we all knew what connected to us, then we wouldn't need to speak to somebody like me. So I would say have an open mind. You know, as much as I can pick up on the past and the present, remember we do have a future. And we also have spirit guides that are there to help us. And if you feel lost or stuck and you feel that a certain situation is coming to an end in your life, it's because the spirit world or your angels or your guides or your loved ones have something much better for you. Today, I'm actually going to look into the energy of love. So let's get on with it. So while I shuffle, remember this is a general reading and it's the energy that's happening now for the week. It may spill into 2 or 3 weeks. Many of you will relate, but I'm going to try and keep it as stress-free as possible. And really, and what I mean by stress-free as possible is look at the positive rather than looking at the destructive, negative. I'm all about the positive. So even if a negative card comes out, I try and look at the positive there. Okay, let's get on. Right, so we have here a victory. And some of you want to win in love. Some of you want to win in love. Some of you feel kind of held back, feel kind of, I'm going to use the word crippled, stuck, stagnant. We can always blame other people for something that's not working in our lives, certainly in relationships, or certainly if a relationship is about to come to an end. But there are relationships at the moment that are transforming and changing and not necessarily coming to an end, but it will feel like it's coming to an end because there's nothing but arguments, disagreements and conflict. But this is showing there's going to be a victory. There's going to be an agreement. There's going to be an alignment of a balanced situation. Work is getting in the way, or life feels like work, and this causes stress and conflict, and therefore there's just not enough balance, there's not enough time, there's not enough energy between you and your other half. So it's making time, isn't it? It's making time, and that's what you've got to do. Make time for each other. Make time to listen to what one has to say as well, which is really important. For the single, take a look at that. You feel very much, or you've certainly felt like you've been standing alone, standing on your own. And maybe you've been blaming the world, you know. Maybe you've been blaming the world about how you've stood on your own, how it's you on your own, why you're not attracting that individual. But you will. And the person that you will attract is very much like a mirror to you. And I see this individual as confident, caring, because he holds the cup, and it is the cup of love. He's the King of Cups. And this applies to both sex. Just because I'm saying it's the King of Cups, and for those that may be gay, doesn't mean, you know, so for example, if you're a female and you prefer your life partner to be a female, she is going to be incredibly caring, this new energy that comes into your life. But I'm talking about all sexes here. And I feel that this person that comes into your life, because this is about somebody coming if they're not already there, they're they're a bit nitpicky though. That's the energy that I'm getting. They're a bit nitpicky, they're a bit of a perfectionist, but I think that's lack of security within them, even though they're quite confident. So it sounds like I'm giving a contradictory here. So there's two sides to this person, a bit nitpicky, and when they're a bit nitpicky, it's because they're not as confident as they feel sometimes, but we're all human, none of us are perfect. I feel that their hobbies would be theatrical, love to cook, like music, like to paint, like buildings, lover of animals is what I'm picking up as well. So they possibly could have a pet. Do not be a defeatist this week. You're carrying the swords, and you've got two at the back there, and it's almost like you've still got some battles to get through. This Five of Swords is a narcissistic energy, so that possibly, that energy could be around you. Or, I believe we all have that element of narcissism in us, and that tends to be when we're not listening to the other person, and we just want to be center of attention. You know, we want to be listened to. So try and work out what your negative is. Try and work out what it is that you need to drop. Try and work out what it is that you need to let go of. Because this card, the Five of Swords, is victimization. It's when you feel like you're a victim. It's when you feel like nobody cares, nobody's listening to you, when you feel like you're being on your own. So you need to be aware of that energy, and you need to own that energy. Oh my goodness. And then we've got the Ten of Swords here. I've got to remember I am talking about love, and the Ten of Swords is, well, look at that. Feeling as if you've been let down, feeling as if you've been stabbed in the back, feeling as if You know, you've been stabbed in the back. You. It's all about you. It is about endings and new beginnings, though. So there is a freshness, and I can guarantee the next card that I pull out will be positive. So we'll see how psychic I am. Oh, yes. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Take a look at that. Some of you want security in a relationship, want strong foundations in a relationship. I've got to ask you, are you strong yourself? You may want this from another person, but are you strong? Are your foundations strong? Because remember, whatever we're asking for, it's what's within us as well. So whatever you're asking for, that has to be in you too. And I feel that this energy that comes into your life, this being, this new person, or an existing person, brings about security, brings about an emotional maturity, brings about a new seed, a new foundation. There's something about a new beginning this week in regards to love. You could be signing a contract as well and meeting somebody within a working environment. Whatever it is, there's a beautiful new beginning this week. Oh, wow, look at that, the Empress. You own it this week. Fall in love with yourself. Burn some candles. Have a romantic bath. You know, have a massage. Nurture yourself. Take care of yourself, because the Empress is all about self-care. And whenever I do a reading, I really do talk about self-care, because self-care is about our mental attitude. It's where we fly. It's where we evolve. The Empress is also about decluttering your space, making your space a romantic space in order for love, doing a bit of feng shui, allowing love to come into your life. Get rid of the declutter in your life. Get rid of the declutter in your mind as well. Things are going to really speed up this week. You're going to be finding yourself with a lot of charged energy. But I do want to say, with that charged energy, make sure that you're not in an argument. There's something about arguing, wanting to argue with disagreements and things like this. So make sure that you're willing to pray for peace, because peace is important. You know, when you want to bring about a loving relationship into your life, peace is important. Unleash the wild within. Unleash the wild within. Get passionate, get physical, get moving that body, certainly if you feel stuck. You know, that sexual energy, that sexual vibe, if you want to bring that into your life. Transformation is really important. The shift, the shifter, the shapeshifter, but I call it the shifter. The shapeshifter, the shifter, whichever way, transform and unveil your gifts. The shifter, being able to shift your energy, being able to unleash your energy, being able to tune into yourself, being able to create magic. We've got the eagle and the wolf, and the eagle is spiritual knowledge, and the wolf is about teaching. It's about what we're learning. It's about coming together as a family, as a unit. But what do you want to learn spiritually? What do you want to switch on? What do you want to shift? You know, what do you want to reveal about yourself? What do you want to open up to? And I said, peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right within relationships, a relationship or within relationships, to be honest. letting go of needing to be right. The shaman, trusting trusting higher forces. The owl in my culture is wisdom, and the owl is knowledge. So ask Archangel Michael, ask Gabriel, the angel that allows us to tune into our psychic ability. You know, ask this angel to come in and help you make decisions about your emotional self and about the things that you want in your life. Stop focusing on what you don't have and be grateful for what you do have. The final card is the trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. So what do you want to give? That's what I wanted to say. Instead of looking at what you want within a relationship, what are you going to bring to the table? Because I think sometimes one can get caught up in what they don't have and what they want from a person. But what is it? What is it that you can bring to the table? That is what I want to say to you. What is it that you can bring to the table? Now, I'm trying out some new cards. And these are numbers, numerology, which I love to do. And on that note, we're in a cycle 8, which is all about business. It's a good time to set up business if that's what you're thinking of doing. I know we're talking about love and I don't want to confuse you, but this year is all about business. Ooh, 555. Well, 555 to me is action. This week it's all about action, determination, fulfillment, fulfilling your needs, fulfilling your dreams, but it is getting physical. It is a very forceful energy. Let's have a read. You are going to, let me start again. You are going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your higher good. That is the way you have been looking for. Let me say that again. That is that is why you have been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. It's change. It's talking about encouragement. It's talking about overcoming battles. It's creative work. But 5 for me is also about travel. So when I think about this, I also feel this 5 is overload, overloading your mind. So you do need to slow your mind down. But I do feel like there's a lot of energy, in the air, in the cosmos, you know. Yeah, that's what I feel. I don't feel that this week is slow. I feel like everybody's in a rush. Everybody wants to get somewhere fast, certainly where love is concerned. So that is all I've got to say for now. I hope this resonates with many of you, and I'm sure it will. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up if you relate. If you want to ask a question, just reach out. I'm happy to talk to you. DM me. I'm here for you. Take care for now. Bye. From Samantha Hamilton, Psychic Medium.